Hello everyone, Twan Michelle here, Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Coach and Mental Health Therapist. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about what to do when you can't go no contact with a narcissist. I know that the best approach, the best strategy to take with these people is to go no contact, to not have any interaction with them at all. If we can help it, we don't want to answer calls, we don't want to answer text messages, we want to have them blocked. We don't want to allow them to show up at our house. Like, we just don't want to have anything to do with them because we know that a narcissist's main form of manipulation and their main and most skillfully used weapon is communication. If they can communicate with you, then they got you, especially if you have not done the work on yourself and you have not accepted these people for who they are. Then it can be a very difficult position to be in because you find yourself getting easily pulled back in, getting easily baited, and we don't want that. But the reason I want to talk about this is that I get the question quite often, what if I can't go no contact? And so let's talk about when maybe you can go no contact versus when you can't, and what to do about that. Let's say you are ending a relationship with someone that you have no ties to. You have no children with them. You have no joint assets with them, no pets. You're not co-parenting pets with them, nothing like that. There is nothing that is tying you to this person that requires that you have any type of communication or interaction with them. So if that is the case, you can go no contact with these people. Now, whether or not you feel like you're capable of doing that, you're strong enough, that's a completely different issue. Because I've been there. I've been in the position where I felt like I can't do this. This person is harassing, constantly calling, constantly texting. I want to know their mindset, what they're thinking. Like, I later discovered all of those were just my own rationalization that I came up with so that I can still be involved with this person in some way. And rationalization, of course, has some truth to it, but it's really you gaslighting yourself in a way by twisting the truth. Okay, so if you have no ties to these people, you can absolutely 100% go no contact with them. If you can't go no contact with them, there may be other reasons. For instance, let's say you are co-parenting. Oh my goodness, I feel for you. I truly do if that's the case. If you are co-parenting with a narcissist, you can't go no contact with them. Another thing, let me add family and parents and siblings in no contact too. Because anyone who does not respect your boundaries, anyone who continues to cause intentional harm to you, manipulate you, emotionally damage you, willfully, no contact them. I know it's hard, but you can do it. So we're going to talk about whether or not you want to do it, and if you don't, what you can do instead. So I'll go ahead and include parents, siblings, and family into the I can't go no contact with them category, okay? Because it can go either way. Only you know your situation when it comes to that. Sometimes, especially if you're a younger adult, you might still be dependent on family, your parents financially. Maybe you still live with them. There might be some reasons you can't go no contact with them. And like I said, you might feel like you don't want to. So there's that. There's the family situation. Also, let's say you happen to work in an environment where you're around narcissists or your boss is a narcissist. Now, whether or not you can go no contact depends on how much you want your job, right? Which that might be something you have to think about and consider and make a choice that is more conducive to your mental health. But of course, financial stability is important as well. So if we're talking about someone you're co-parenting with, a family member that you have to have contact with, someone that you work with, or an employer, these are situations in which you can go no contact. So what you want to do instead is you want to do two things. You want to go low contact, and you want to do the observe, don't absorb strategy. Let's talk about low contact and what that means. Low contact means exactly what it sounds like. Minimal, absolute minimal contact required with these people for the purpose of whatever the contact is about. If we are co-parenting, then we want to have a co-parenting agreement or contract stipulations. We only have to communicate when it comes to maybe transportation when it comes to anything significant going on with the kids that we need to talk about. Unfortunately, when we might be in the same environment with the kids at a school function or something like that. But low contact is about only the minimal contact that is required to get the job done. If I have to co-parent with you, we will only talk about the children and only when it's absolutely necessary. Same with the job, same with the parents. Now, be aware, these people that you have to have contact with, they're going to try everything they can to hoover you, to get a reaction from you, to get a response from you, to manipulate you. That's why it's so important to do your own work, y'all. Do your work on yourself, do your grief work, do your healing work, get some closure on that part of your life. Self-love and self-worth work is absolutely necessary. Because once we know our worth and we know that these people are not deserving of our energy, we're not going to give it to them. Except in those cases that I mentioned where it's absolutely necessary to do so. So low contact, as little as possible, only for the purpose of getting the job done. And then the next thing that I mentioned was the observe, don't absorb. Now, this involves kind of stepping back, taking an objective approach, not personalizing, not internalizing, which means we have to be mindful. We have to be fully present. We have to be able to see it, call it what it is, describe it, and detach. I see that my ex here, who's a narcissist, is trying to manipulate me using his narcissistic tactics. I'm not going to fall for it. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to emotionally harm me. He's trying to emotionally provoke me so that he can get a response. I am going to distance myself. And why does that work to do that? For one, it keeps you aware of what's going on. It keeps you mindful and in the present. It gets you out of your emotions and into your head so that you're able to think logically and you're able to be reasonable about what's happening. Now, if your thoughts tend to be more emotionally provocative and you tend to have more negative thoughts, why is this person doing this to me? He can't do this to me. It's not fair. Then that's not the same thing, because that's going to cause you to get more emotionally worked up. Being mindful and using logic is about seeing what's going on, calling it what it is, and being absolutely factual. I'm not being emotional. I'm stating the facts of what's happening. So when I do that, I can take a step back and I'm not pulled in emotionally where I have a reaction, because that's what the narcissist wants. And if you are not fully aware of what's going on and seeing it as it is and calling it as it is and describing it, you can easily give in to it. You can easily take the bait. And then you absorb the narcissist energy. So observing is, I see what's happening. I know what's happening. I can describe it. Absorbing it is, I'm getting pulled into what's happening. I'm getting drawn into that energy. I'm getting sucked into the narcissist behaviors. I'm getting sucked into the narcissist manipulation. One keeps you distant, one draws you closer. So that's what you do when you can't go no contact. Low contact, observe, don't absorb, people. So just wanted to give you those tips. Hopefully that answered your questions. Any of you who have experience with this, put your comments down in the comment section and let us know what you do when you can't go no contact with a narcissist, what has been helpful for you. Like this video, give it a thumbs up. That really does help my channel. Share this out with others who may be interested in this topic. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? We'd love to have you be a part of this community. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye.